Hello, everybody! Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and yes, the Megan is back! Sorry, I don't know why I sing that. Because I'm goofy.
Oh, that's it.
And yeah, if y'all remember from last week, if you watched Sonic the Hedgehog review, I brain farted on even what was coming out this weekend. We were gonna try to go see Guns Akimbo, but just
Showtimes.
Yeah, Showtime sucked ass. Like, the nearest place to us is about like 15 miles away, and it had one Showtime the entire day. And I was like, well, we kind of have plans. So, of course, we went to see The Invisible Man.
Let me help you.
You can't help me. Surprise.
And we'll fully admit, we were kind of...
Our expectations were low.
Yeah, we were pessimistic at best about it. The trailers kind of felt like they gave away a lot of the film. And if we can talk about something negative straight off the bat, yeah, the trailers kind of give way too much about this movie. But in the same vein, it's kind of the fault of the trailer, not the film itself, I could say.
Yeah.
Because...
That's how trailers are nowadays. Like
Yeah.
with the Bloodshot trailer.
Yeah, Bloodshot completely gives away the entire plot, the new trailer they've had. It's like, okay, thanks, we now know it's pretty much Hardcore Henry.
Yeah.
With, British comic book heroes. Hardcore Henry probably came out after the Bloodshot comics. I don't give a shit, Bloodshot fans. Fuck it, I don't care. Argue all you want in the comments section. But with Bloodshot, it gave it all away. There was a recent other movie, Gemini Man, gave away the entire twist. The fact that he's his son, he's pretty much an identical clone of him.
It's like, he's your clone. It's like supposed to be some kind of like big reveal almost in the movie. It's like, y'all already gave this away in the trailers. It's not that shocking.
Yeah, and it's weird because they could have actually got away with a lot more. You could still show the action and all that in Gemini Man without giving away the rest of, or the big fucking reveal, which is the entire crux of the entire film. Which kind of sucks because Gemini Man's not a bad movie. It's fine enough film. It's a perfectly passable, if shitty CGI sometimes, action movie.
Crazy ass Clive Owen.
Yeah. Crazy ass Clive Owen's always awesome, though. But give
I prefer more subdued, like shoot 'em up kind of.
Hey, he's so crazy. It's carrots. Kills a dude with a fucking carrot in that movie. But to talk about this movie, we do have to talk a little bit about the trailers because of the fact that it gives away the whole fact that, yes, there is a visible guy who is going after her. That there is this thing coming after her.
Somebody's stalking her, but she can't see them.
Yeah, and that's actually a big kind of plot reveal that doesn't happen, like, really, it's not super enforced until maybe, like, 45 minutes, maybe nearly an hour into the movie, because the rest of it is building tension. It's building the suspense. It does very much seem like she is being stalked in her mind, but it always seems to be only she's seeing it. Nobody else is seeing it. There's a play upon the fact of, is she crazy or not? And that's, I have to admit, that's actually really smart.
Yeah, it would have been better if the trailers made it seem like, okay, is she being stalked? Is she being haunted? Or is she just going crazy? Just kind of leave it up in the air.
Yeah, leave it ambiguous. That's fine.
Yes, make us have to go see the movie to find out the big mystery.
Yeah, ambiguity is awesome. Like, it would be like if in Upgrade they decided to show the ending where the microchip is talking to him and reveals that he is actually controlling things. Like, that's a huge fucking reveal and a hell of a plot twist, too.
Yeah, it's like mind-blowing. Like, I thought it was that one guy, and then it's like, it turns out it's the AI. I'm like, okay, I didn't see that coming. Good on you, movie.
Yeah, and it's weird that this movie, because I gotta admit, it's actually kind of damn good. There is some that is not the best. Like, the other big issue besides the fact the trailers give away the whole damn movie is the fact that it is a slow burn film, so because of that, there is certain moments where it can feel kind of dull.
Yeah, sometimes everything happens all at once, and sometimes it's just like really like nothing is happening.
Yeah,
Pacing issues. I mean,
it borders on pacing issues for me. I can get why anybody would say though, strip. It's pacing. This movie's not paced very well. It's a 2-hour movie that probably could have been cut down to an hour and 50 minutes or something like that.
I was saying like it. Sorry, it jumps right into the story. Starts right off with her trying to leave him, like you see in the trailers, and then a couple weeks later she finds out he did.
Yeah.
Well, dead.
Yeah, the movie's trailers again kind of give that away. Yeah, he's not dead.
It's like, yeah, he fakes dead, made himself invisible, da da da.
Yeah, though, again, also something this movie does, because of course this is technically a reboot of the famous Universal 19...
Yeah, kind of a
30s?
retelling.
Yeah, of The Invisible Man. And this one, though, takes more of a sci-fi approach than a sci-fantasy approach. Now, some people may ask, what's the difference? A science fantasy film is like Star Wars. It's shit that doesn't make any realm of sense. This one tries to bury itself somewhere in the science, but there's also fiction.
Yeah, it's plausible.
Yeah. Like anybody inventing what pretty much this guy ends up inventing, it's not something you would be surprised about. But
Yeah, it's like especially the way they kind of like showed it. It's just, yeah, this seems like it could be possible. This could one day happen.
yeah, and I have to also give it up to Elizabeth Moss playing the lead character named Cecilia. She is the reason why you want to sit with the movie. Because another actually really fantastic thing they do throughout this is they have her character constantly mature. Like, at the beginning, she is obviously a confused, scared, abused woman.
Yeah, she's terrified to even step 1 foot outside her friend's house that she's staying with, for fearing that if she even goes out there, he's going to be out there and he's going to attack her or beat her or
steal her back and kidnap her.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's something, but by the end of it all, just to give away a little bit of it, she's becoming stronger. She's becoming more willing to fight.
Yeah, as you can kind of see in the trailers, like she's more able to stand up to him and fight back.
Yeah, and it's actually seeing the progression. It felt constant like a progression. That was the one thing. Like, she didn't immediately just start to want to duke it out with him. She was scared. She would freak out of anything. Like, of course, again, another thing the trailers can't give away. Whenever she dumps pain on him, you know, and sees he's invisible, but can see that he's there, her first instincts aren't to try and fight him. It's to run away. But she's still at least brave enough to do that, to finally out him. And then there's constantly...
I think just to make sure at least that she's not crazy.
Yeah, because the whole thing leading up to that is actually kind of more suspenseful thing. And another thing this movie does well, because the director is the same director, ironically enough, of Upgrade. I was looking it up and I'm like, oh, that's why some of these shots actually look... Not that they're the exact same, but the way the camera wants to move is similar to how the director liked to use with Upgrade. And there was... If you've not seen Upgrade 1, we just spoiled it, sorry. But to be fair, it's like a 2-year-old movie at this point.
Yeah.
But also, fucking go see Upgrade. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
But here, I lost my train of thought. But I don't know how I'm trying to put this. Pretty much, she's just building up to actually, being willing to fight, being willing to go all the way and protect those that she cares about, protects her friends, and protects her loved ones and everything. And the movie never feels super contrived. There are some cliches in a way, like though you can see some of the water kind of hitting them, and also it has to kind of go around the facts like, hey, how does there no fucking shadow? But to be fair, the suit, pretty much, let's just put it that way, it's a suit. Give away something of it. Because otherwise it would have been a little silly. I drank this magical potion and now I'm invisible.
Or hooked myself up to this machine and suddenly was able to make myself invisible. I was like,
yeah. But whenever, she's actually, kind of confronted, there's, like I said, there water's having to be used. Other different things are having to be used to pretty much see it. And, like I said, it could use just a little trim, but also where I was going with my original idea of on how the camera worked. Like, there's points where it kind of just tracks, and it's just going over this big swath of room. At first, I was kind of like, well, what's the point of it? Then, whenever it started to build in the suspense of, like, there is something going on around her. Those shots began to really unnerve the hell out of me. And I'm like, there's somebody here. Where are they? Because again, another thing it does is it doesn't just completely have the person CGI'd out and they're just in a giant green screen or a green suit, but realistically, you never see them really interacting with anybody. Shit, till probably about an hour and a half into the film, like really.
But just that feeling of like, oh, is she being watched or is she just paranoid?
Yeah, but it's just, it makes you paranoid too. You're like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, like most of the things with paranormal activities, like I'm kind of on alert, like okay, just kind of scanning any little thing in the room or in the background or something. It's like, okay, something's gonna happen, something's gonna move, or I don't know. It's like I'm watching for signs of something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but here, because of that, whole, best way to put it, they're actually constantly putting you in this kind of makes you uncomfortable situation.
Kind of claustrophobic.
Yeah. It's just this uncomfortable situation. You're just constantly on the edge. You're just like, okay, what is going to happen? Just want to bury yourself in your shirt or something. Or you could, to speak a little bit about the audience we had, they screamed their heads off over some stupid stuff. And I'm like, guys, this is not a scary movie. And that's the one thing I would like to say. This is not a horror film. Like,
more of a suspense, a little bit of horror, a little bit of mystery, kind of.
It's like a thriller. It's like a very good kind of thriller. Like, how did the killer get into the place without opening a window or door and going through a chimney or something? Mm-hmm. It's one of those. It's meant to be a suspense film. It's meant to build up a dread, but not a scare. Like, there are
a couple of jump scares, but they're not really that.
They're not real, like, jump like, blah. And even then, the movie felt like it at least earned it. It felt like it was...
Yeah, like, it built up the tension, the appropriate amount, and then just...
It paid off.
All of a sudden let it go.
Yeah.
Unlike with La Llorona, like we were talking about earlier.
Just shrug the fuck out, and you're like, alright, I don't care now.
It's like, just do something. It's like, have a cat jump out of the alley. Fucking something. It's like, I just...
And that's another thing. They didn't try the fake out jump scares. I fucking hate those so much. Because always there's a... Yeah, watch her just poke herself in the mouth with that. Right in the mouth.
I'm more watching you than I'm watching what I'm doing, so just...
That's funny. But, yeah, with the suspense of it all, one, because it's actually trying to build it up worth a damn and trying to make you give a shit about everything. One, also, I will also say, all the actresses are fantastic. You have, I can't remember her name, Storm Reed? Is that what her name is?
Yeah, it's the actress' name.
She plays this little girl. Her name is Cindy. She's from Wrinkle in Time. If y'all remember, we actually really liked her. She's still fantastic in this. Like, she's...
It was just annoying with a constant, Charles Wallace, Charles Wallace, Charles Wallace.
Yeah, but Charles Wallace himself was fucking annoying, because everything he said was like this. It was so weird and wooden. God, Charles Wallace, I hate his ass. And then there's also the other kind of main, I guess, secondary character, cop friend of Cecilia. His name is James.
Yeah, he's actually Cindy's father.
Yeah, he's a hunk of a man. It's like, ooh, Daddy's nipple's getting a little rough too.
Yeah, like Aldous Hodge from, he's been in a number of things, but I know he's been on Leverage.
Yeah, the biggest thing you'll probably know him from Leverage, but me, I know him from What Men Want, which was a surprising movie because it actually made me laugh till like the last 35 minutes where I didn't laugh anymore. I'm like, please make me laugh at a good movie. You're actually kind of funny. But yeah, the biggest issue still against this movie is one, the trailers give way too much. Because the movie does try to build up this, like, what's really happening? Is she crazy? Is there really somebody there? Maybe that is somebody. And then when it finally...
Or he actually is dead and she's just being haunted.
Yeah, and God, if some of the parts just make you just want to not live with an attic above you at times. And like, God, that's creepy. Mm-hmm. And whenever she's does one thing, I'm not going to give away too much.
She thinks or knows that he's in the house. And she's like, okay, come get me. But then she decides to call his cell phone, try and locate him. And she hears this, like, kind of buzzing from a cell phone right directly above her.
It's like, well, that's nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, I kind of dug this movie. I enjoyed this a hell of a lot more than I thought I was going to. I like pleasant surprises. That's the reason why, all these other movies have just decided to go, hi, you thought I was going to go above that bar? Ah, fuck you.
Yeah. There are a couple, like, horror movie type twists, like, you see coming a mile away. It's like, oh, he's in on it, or he's in, thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like... But it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, there is some legitimate, like, really good parts. There's nothing egregiously bad about the film. If I can say anything, like, there's a sister character kind of comes up. I wish they kind of would have done a little bit more with her.
Yeah, she's, like, not really that understanding.
Yeah, she's...
like...
At one point, she decides to quit talking to Elizabeth Moss's character just because she got an email that obviously Elizabeth Moss did not send her.
Yeah, like Adrian, the ex-husband. Mm-hmm. Like he sends the sister this email saying, "Oh, you're suffocating me, and I don't want to know you. I wish you'd die instead of Adrian," and stuff. And like she brings it up with her sister. It's like, "Oh, well, it's nice to know what you think of me." He's like, well, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I didn't send you any email. Like, he did it. It's like, oh, yeah, sure, he did. Like, he's dead. You need help. And just slams the door in her face. Like, wow, nice understanding sister. Makes me so glad I'm a child.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't bring myself to really hate on much of this movie. It's not a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, but
It's got little issues.
Yeah, it does have some of its issues, but it's never anything enough to where I would say, oh, well, don't see this, or, this is just not, it's too mediocre, or anything. I think when it tried to build suspense, it did it in a fantastic way, and it didn't just hang on it too much. Like, of course, Curse of La 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 La. I'm still going to call that movie that for the rest of my life. And on top of everything, whenever it's twist revealed, some of them are pretty predictable, I will even fully admit. But it never felt like, okay, you're not going to be able to guess some of these twists. Like, they're never stupid twists. They're guessable and kind of cliche, but they're almost sort of understandable in certain regards.
Yeah, it's like you think, oh, it's going to go this one way. Oh, no, okay, so it's going to go this way. No, okay, so we're back to the main road here. We're instead of veering off the... Okay.
No, the ending still was a pretty good little ending there. I was like, oh, okay.
Very well earned. Yes, like, karma is a bitch, dude.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Is there any more we think we need to say about this? Because, unfortunately, like I said, the trailers kind of spoil a lot of this film. I get best they don't spoil the twist. But, again, if you watch the movie... The first hour, you can probably begin to expect the twist. Mm-hmm. So, anything else you want to say about The Invisible Man?
No, not off the top of my head.
I would say it's funny that this probably could have easily fit with the dark universe they were trying to make as a thing, simply because of, the fact like, oh, here's some science as part of your, obviously, monsters. Of course, you've not seen The Mummy.
No, not yet. Well, not the Tom Cruise, obviously.
Yeah, we'll go watch it later because we're watching Jungle Cruise later this year, probably. That was weird. I will say one thing, and again, not to constantly speak about our theater experience, but we had a trailer in front of this. It was Jungle Cruise, and I'm like, whoa, why the fuck is this in front of this movie? These things don't match.
I mean, there's a Red Band trailer for Antlers.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that makes sense.
It's a horror film,
So I don't know why
film.
I need to be a Red Band, but...
There's some blood. Oh, and there was also a Candyman trailer. Boy, does that not look good. People were like the original Candyman. Candyman's kind of dumb at times. Fully admit, even though I do like, what's his name?
Tony Todd?
Yeah, Tony Todd. Yeah, Tony Todd's always intimidating, but... Damn, it's Candyman, the character, not particularly scary or have much presence. Sorry, Tony. But yeah, that was weird that we got Jungle Cruise trailer in front of us.
Yeah,
I was like,
one of these things is not like the other.
yeah. Oh, so what would you give The Invisible Man as a final score?
Well, like I said, it's not perfect.
No.
But it was actually more enjoyable than we both thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, I'd have to give it like an 8.
I think I'm actually there with you. If I gave half scores, it'd probably be closer to an 8.5. But I'm not going to round up because fuck y'all. Yeah, it's an 8. There is some problems here or there, but they're never enough that you're going to be fully detracted from the entire film.
Like I said, come parts where it is a little bit. It's like, oh, this is what's gonna happen. It's like, oh, this is what it's gonna turn. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and you're almost kind of like,
but it's not too bad about it. It's like, okay, I can go with it.
Yeah, and there's almost...
I think it just goes to show just how smart Adrian is, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a few parts you're kind of like, all right, can we kind of move the plot a little bit quicker? It's not slow, but it's not Gretel and Hansel's levels of just feeling like fuck all's happening in the film. But it does have a little bit of drag. Just a little drag. Mm-hmm. Like I said, just needs a little bit more tightening up. But yeah, I would say if you have not seen any of the trailers, but you kind of were curious once you heard, hey, they're making an Invisible Man kind of remake, go check it out. It's a lot better than you would have any idea that would be. It's well worth your time. It's well worth your money. And if you have seen trailers and you're kind of like, I don't think it's going to look
sounds a bit better than Sonic the Hedgehog. If they give this the money and...
Yeah, I'm quit giving Sonic money and just we can let it die now. But yeah, go see Invisible Man. It's worth your time. It's a little predictable at times, especially if you're a big suspense fan. But if you also like some just good, smartly directed, smartly written movies and well acted films, you're gonna enjoy the hell out of this. Now we need to get into, of course, the fact that it is March now, so we need
a whole new month, just a whole new thing.
Yeah, we need to talk about what we're going to be seeing. So, next week, just to put it this way, March is looking funky, is the best way to put it. Because the 6th, we're probably going to see Onward. I have no happy feelings towards that. Pixar has not been good for about 5 years now.
Well, when I saw the original trailers of, all these, like, kind of fairy tale characters, like, trolls and, like, fairies and gnomes and all, it's like, all living as one world together. It's like, okay, well, that seems kind of interesting. And
except for it's a modern world, and they...
Modern-ish, like, yeah, I think Chris Pratt's character is, like, kind of a rocker dude. It's like, okay, I can dig it. But then seeing a trailer where, like, the half of their dad brought back, like...
Yeah, it seems like a Weekend at Bernie's thing, and it's just... I don't know, guys. It looks bad. And the voice acting sounds bad, too.
Tom Holland's in this.
I didn't say that they were bad actors. I just said the voice acting sounds bad. You're bad. You should feel bad. No. Because it's either that or the way back, and I've seen my inspirational basketball films. I'm good. You know, it might be
I
really
like part
good.
of the trailer though. That was funny. That's bullshit. I'm working on it. Work harder.
Yeah, but it's one of those like, me, you know, I don't care that much about another basketball film,
Yeah.
so fuck it. For the 13th, we're probably gonna see Bloodshot. This one is really wanting to see My Spy.
I'm wanting to see both. I'm curious about both. Although, like I said in the trailer, the whole memory manipulation thing is like, it's like it just gives away the whole movie. It feels like it's like, damn it!
It
I
would
was
have
hoping
been,
this was gonna be good. It's like,
it would have been fine if they just kind of show him, you know, just being shot and everything, and
kind of like being badass and
yeah, that's fine. It's like, oh, hey, it's an action film. Then you go, oh, what's this all about?
yeah,
I
maybe
need
that
to
one
go
guy's
see
like,
it.
oh, you're not who you think you are, or you're not. You know, things did not happen the way you think they did, or something like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like hinted at a bigger mystery. Like, okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, then leave it at that, and that's all they had to do. And if you wanted to, oh, well, we need to release a final trailer as well. Okay, we'll have a trailer that has a little bit more action, where he's fighting the moron from Outlander who can't decide
Sam-
what side he wants to be on half time.
Some Hewan, something like that.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Jamie
He's
Fraser.
an idiot at times, is the best way to put it.
Don't
but-
be jelly.
Yeah, I'm so jelly, call me peanut butter. But yeah, the trailers just give away the whole fucking movie, and it's like, thanks, the second movie it just gave away everything. But yeah, also My Spy has been floating into hell for
Yeah,
the
he's gonna like
past.
push back. It's like SDX. I would much rather seen this and 21 Bridges over Hustlers, but y'all had to push it back to promote that piece of shit because
They're assholes. But yeah, I
y'all
just
going bankrupt. You're stupid.
yeah. The other big reason why we're probably not going to see My Spy, one, it's just been bouncing around for a while. Two, if I had to see two kids movies in a week or 2 weeks in a row, I might lose my fucking mind. I don't have a lot of it left to give y'all. So please, don't make me have to see it.
Well, you know, people didn't, bring their kids to it. Although, to be fair, My Spy is not really a kids movie, it's more of a family kind of movie.
It's a kids movie. But yeah, so hopefully Bloodshot, it's probably going to be bad, you know. It's got Vin Diesel growling throughout the entire movie, so I got that going for it.
Because
like-
he's Groot.
Some. I'm Growl. Alright. Then the week of the 20th, or the weekend of the 20th, of course, Quiet Place Part 2. We love the first one, so of course we're going to go see the next one. And then we're going to end March with, of course, the Chinese epic. Just going to call it that, because it's not a movie called Mulan. It's just Chinese epic. Because it has nothing to do with the Disney film.
Yeah, I think they were trying to be a bit more, like, historically accurate. It's like, you took away the songs, and you took out Mushu. It's like the best parts of the movie, the original, like...
It literally looks like any Chinese Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I know it's not actually there in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms period, but it looks like literally any of those kind of films.
And
That,
like a historical film that takes place in China.
yeah, feudal China
Yeah. It's like,
historical film where they still somehow can run up walls. It's like, what does this have to do with your original anime film? And also, again, Disney, why are you doing these so soon? Do something else. Even though I don't want to say, oh, go do The Little Mermaid, but The Little Mermaid's getting up to nearly 40 years old. You could go ahead and do that if you want to.
thanks, honey. I was 3 when that movie came out. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, so actually that means, yeah, I was about to say, it's over 30 years old at this point now. Yeah, it's technically younger than me.
Yeah, it's celebrated 30 years last year. Yeah, that's why they released the re-release a Blu-ray. Just.
But yeah, I'm confused with Disney lately with their live action films. You had Lady and the Tramp that really just...
It's like, what can you add to this?
Yeah. And you can add really shitty CGI is what you can add.
Yeah.
And bad voice acting.
And
then
a recreation of the infamous spaghetti scene that just seemed really ridiculous in live action. It's like,
yeah, it just looked silly.
Yeah, it's like, it works because it's animated. But in live action, it's just with actual humans interacting with CGI dogs. And like, oh, here, let me, set you at a table. Here, like, here's our best menu item thing.
Yeah.
It seems so silly and preposterous. Like, okay, this would not happen.
Yeah. And then, of course, we dare not forget about the worst of Disney's live action films. And yes, worse than Alice in Wonderland, of course, The Lazy King. The movie where they decided, we're not going to add shit, but we're actually going to take something away.
Like, be prepared. Oh, there you go. That's all you get.
Be prepared. I can't sing. Fuck off. And we're not going to have any of the animals have any emotions in their voices or in their faces. So you can destroy the Mufasa scene. God, I was like, okay, maybe it'll still be dramatic because, this kid's not great. There was Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I'll fully admit he wasn't the best actor in the world. But dear God, did Simba's voice, Jonathan Taylor Thomas cracking, and also Simba sad and crying. And it was like, oh, fucking kill me.
You could hear and even feel the dread in his voice where he's like trying to like wake up Mufasa. Like, Dad, you gotta get up.
Mm-hmm. But
where he knows the truth, but he just does not want to confront that.
Can't accept it.
Yeah.
Instead, this like, Dad, wake up, help. Cool. This scene feels as hollow as everything else I'm looking at.
Well, that's what the remake was. It
was a hollow,
heartless
husk of a film.
Yes, it
can fuck itself. Mm-hmm. And as far as I can tell, a Chinese epic is not going to be particularly better. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, guys.
I'm optimistic that it'll be at least meh. Please, at least be meh. I don't know if that'll piss me off more. I was like, really? I'll remake it just to make it meh?
Yeah, that would actually piss me off more. Hell, just make Pocahontas at this point. We're just going to go whole hog with being...
Or a Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I would love a Hunchback of Notre Dame
I know, you
remake.
would love it.
Especially if you have somebody who can almost pull off the Tony J's operatic singing at times and just make Hellfire even more epic. Especially considering we can have real fire and you can almost feel the heat going around him and everything. That would be awesome. And also, you could get rid of one of the technically worst parts of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The freaking gargoyles.
Yeah, you could, or you can make it really feel like, oh, he's just imagining them on his head. Like, that would be a funny thing. Or not funny thing, but it'd be kind of almost tragic and be like, okay, this is actually really good. It would be so fantastic. Hell, Disney, give me $150 million. I'll give you $1 billion back because it'll actually be a goddamn good movie instead of pieces of utter dog shit.
And maybe instead of Disney-fying it, maybe try and get a little bit closer to the actual source material while still making more kid-friendly.
I'm gonna say you could make him a priest still.
I was saying it still would probably be really pretty because I will say I didn't much care for the original Hunchback of Notre Dame, but it was at least pretty.
It is not pretty. It is beautiful. It is a gorgeous hand-drawn film. It's one of those, I just got anime chubby. I know it's not technically anime, but still, it's animation. So, get off me. But yeah, that's the next month.
That's our month.
Yeah, March is going to suck. There's not a lot of good in March. There's 2 bad Disney things in there. A comic book monstrosity, and then just like this.
Just Disney kind of limping us out of the month. Just.
Well, they're gonna dick us in the eye at the beginning of the month, so there's that. Well, Pixar is, but still Disney, same difference. So, hey, we'll be back next week with Onward, and remember, kids, it's down the street, not across. It's like, don't do that, kids. Till then, we'll see you all later. So, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.